What we just witnessed completely unlocks the Montreal Canadiens as day 2 of scrimmages was underway, but the connection between Patrik Laine and Ivan Demidov was the star of the show, with them both putting up 2 points. Laine 1 goal, 1 assist. As you can see them both picking up a helper on Cayden Guhle, who was also showing out, but it's not just them. The vibes from Kirby Dach were unbelievable today. While he didn't play in the scrimmage this here against Arber Xhekaj, and some of the comments he had just shows us that he is absolutely ready to break back out. There is so much we got to dive into all coming up on this episode of Habs Digest, and I think we'll start with Kirby because yeah, he didn't play in the scrim today. He he was replaced on that 2C by Oliver Kapanen, which was pretty interesting. But yeah, Kirby, we've been talking about him a lot. We know that potential is there, but it's some of the stuff like Cayden Guhle was talking about him too, Jesse. I know there was some stuff there, but Kirby himself today said, I feel good. Body feels good. Mentally, I feel really good. As soon as the season ended, I took a couple of days to rest, got right back in the gym, and started grinding away with that season opener date circled in my mind to be ready for that. And I think he's ready, man. I mean, this clip here, he looks strong. Like, I know Arber's not going to try and actually, board him or anything. Like, that's not in anyone's best interest. But just like that Florian clip the other day, he looks smooth, he looks ready, he looks confident in his knees at the very least. So with everything going on around Kirby right now, maybe my hopes are getting almost too high.
I know, I hear where you're coming though, bro, because Arber Xhekaj, he's not taking it easy on him, right? And like that's the kind of the state of mind that like Kirby needs right now. Like Arber versus like Kirby versus the world is really like the state of mind that he really needs to have going into the season. You can tell he's been like really working hard. He had the date for when the season started like circled. And again, I just love to hear that, Josh, of like how much of a commitment he's making to really not only for him to start on time, but this team as a result. And I have to say, like in that battle with Arber, like not only is he kind of holding his own physically and getting creative, he shows some great hands. He goes between the legs on that one point. Like he is looking really good out here. Like this is in fact like exactly what I want to see. And there's actually some stuff even further ahead. Don't click ahead too quick, but like exactly the stuff if you would have asked me, Josh, like, okay, second day of training camp, what do I want to see? And I want to see Kirby giving it out there in the ice. He was the first guy there for practice. And he's been working on hard in the offseason, Josh, and that's great. But, like, a lot of it's, like, it just comes down, we want to see it from Dach. Like, we know he has it. Like, if he just has that health and that mindset, like, he's got all the other tools. But, like, now's when you show it, when training camp begins, and how is he going to compete? And what type of effort, is he going to bring to the table? All signs to seem extremely positive right now. Just knowing the skill that he has, Josh, I just feel if we're bringing that health to the pitcher as well, like, he does have a very strong chance to buck all the trends and really succeed here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I didn't update this for today's lines because, again, there was some weird things like certain people playing, like actually even like Joshua Waugh and Vincent's Roar were kind of showing out today. We can only talk about so much stuff, but keeping this for the sake of what we think it's going to be, like that Beck position is probably the one that's going to come and go. But yeah, I think he's going to be centering Laine and Demidov. And again, Jesse, like that is the star. That line is the star of this video, but you're absolutely right. Like what would I want to see from Kirby? I want to just highlight one more thing in this video. It's really early on here. Right there, Arber pushes him, one leg, just balancing on that, pushing back into Arber. I mean, it's these little things, but again, it shows confidence on his feet, and that is so difficult to do. If anyone's had any kind of major lower body injury, putting confidence back in your knees, your ankles, your feet, whatever it is a hard thing to do. So it seems like he's really locked in and super locked in for the season. Cayden Goule's been saying it too. They trained a lot this summer, and Guhle was like, look, this guy, like, he's ready. So leave your thoughts on Kirby down below, but we got to move on to their line mates because, look, the scrim today was awesome. We got a couple of clips here from various sources, Patu Info, even TVA, RDS, they were all tweeting stuff like that out. But is Demidov and Laine, that one-timer there, like the stuff people were saying, like the passes Demidov made in the prospect showdown, it's actually just going to get finished by guys like Dach and Laine now. And even them both working on a board battle, Laine especially getting it out to Demidov for Guhle's goal, as Guhle actually opened the scoring for the white team. And it was a very close game, but the big standout thing from here are the lines here if you want to just pause and take a look, but these are just the kind of top lines. It was this here, and you can pause and take a read. Patu Info again has always been tweeting some great stuff, but like it's that second trio, Demidov, Kaiden, and Laine. They were the most convincing. Laine finished the game with 1 goal, 1 assist, but regardless of statistics, his game looked way better than last year. And we've seen Laine, Jesse, talk so much about how this season he's ready. This is really the first time in a long time he is not only mentally in a great spot, but physically in a great spot and is able to have a full training camp. I mean, we'll get into both him and Ivan later, but this chemistry is already showing. And like, I don't know, like I'm feeling like everyone here is absolutely locked in. Everyone's talking about high expectations, and so far they're delivering.
And from the footage that I'm seeing right now, Josh, like, I'm completely blown away with what I'm seeing from Patrik Laine and how he's implicating himself in all three zones. Getting in the forecheck, right? The blue line, like, he is just like all over the place right now. And as a big guy, he's doing a great job, like, not only creating turnovers, but then protecting the puck once he has them. And I think no small achievement for, again, beating a very good first line here. The second line did with Kaiden. I think, the young guy, I think that's a nice cap in his feather, feather in his cap, I should say, as well, pun intended, for him there. But it just absolutely amazing what we're seeing right now. Like, again, like Kirby, and it's great to hear, and it's nice to see the offseason rest with Demidov and Laine. But, here, Habs fan, like, in Montreal, we love the Habs, but it's like, we need to see it. And we want to believe in these players, but when we're starting to watch training camp opening, and then we see it in action, like, that's exactly what we want to see. And to be honest, Josh, like, I'm still blown away. And, like, I've always liked Patrik Laine, and I believed him, but, like, seeing this happen now is just absolutely amazing. Now, the big question remains, like, are we going to see this on day 3 of training camp? Day 4, day 7, really, like, just the consistency going forward. And if we can, again, for Kirby Dach, like Patrik Laine, we need to remember their baseline level of skill. And if they're healthy and they're in a right state of mind, but also given her on the ice, they're going to make great things happen for the Montreal Canadiens, which is just getting me beyond excited right now.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like, it's so crazy to look at this team and to feel it. And again, like, the confidence too. Like, Laine straight up saying, like Marty was saying, we could get the best version of Laine at Patrik. Like, he's locked in. Patrik's like, no, you will. Like, and he's confident. He's like, Ivan Demidov, he gets to play with me. A little jokingly, but also kind of serious, right? Like, this dude is a 40-goal scorer in the NHL. Has it been a long time? Yes. Has it been a long time since he's had a nice, healthy, full season? It has rarely happened in his career. But, like, all of the signs are there, right? And at this point, I understand, too. It's like, look, I mean, well, they'll believe it when I see it. But at the same time, like, I don't think he's ever been in a better circumstance to do great. And again, a large part of that is due to Ivan Demidov, because what he's been doing, like Cole Caufield said today, like, he's like, what about Ivan Demidov? He's like, well, I certainly didn't look as good as him when I was in training camp. Like, and that's the thing. Everyone is just acknowledging this dude's straight up one of the best players on the team. These passes he's making, no matter who it's going to go to, it's going to work out. And again, we'll roll this again. And there's not too much at the start here, but this feed to Laine was great. Laine, again, like, looking pretty smooth on his skates. Yeah, even strength goals, by the way. Stepping in here. Demidov just looking always over his shoulder. And he's such a big part of this team. I mean, look, we know it. I mean, it's nothing new that I'm saying here, but at the same time, to actively see this chemistry come into fruition in these games is just a teaser to something unbelievable that I think we're going to see this season.
And as a winger, Ivan Demidov is just a phenomenal playmaker. First and foremost, I think that's the biggest part of his game and what we're seeing right now. He just sees the ice so well. He's able to get defenders out of position to just create amazing opportunities for his teammates. But we can't forget that he also has serious finishing ability where he's got options. He can get the defender off balance, take it to his net, or really send it up, for a player for tap-in goals. Like, just the way that his really, his gravity on the ice of how he's really bringing so many players to him is just creating so many opportunities really right now for this team. So just to see this trend kind of continue right now is just absolutely phenomenal, because it's, again, that dynamic with Suzuki as the playmaker, Caufield as the finisher, and to kind of recreate that in, I think, a very powerful version with Demidov now as that setup guy, obviously Demidov Laine as the finisher. And it's kind of similar to Suzuki as well, though. Like, we know he can finish as well. I think just in Demidov, he's going to have that same success, and potentially even more, Josh, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle to think of like an over-under for goals for him, because like he is a primary playmaker. He's so amazing at that. But like when he's in alone with the goalie, it's like you almost like never want to bet against him. It's like, am I setting it at 25? Like, I don't know. Is that too high, too low? Maybe you guys could give some thoughts. How many goals is he going to score this year? I could see people saying anywhere from 15 all the way up to like 30 or 35, depending on the situation. But you're so right, Jesse. We got so many finishers on this team with Caufield, with Laine, even Suzuki, Demidov himself. Like, and maybe even Kirby Dach this year. Who knows? He could be a 20-goal scorer. There's a lot yet to be seen, but what we're seeing right now is unlocking this team. That second line, that chemistry that we have, that depth depth scoring is coming to fruition more than we could have anticipated a couple of years ago, and we are beyond excited for it. Leave your thoughts on all this down below. Second line starring today. That'll do it for this episode of Habs Digest. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning in every single day. Oh boy, the season is right around the corner. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.